Hi, my name is Shilpi Rashid. I work at BWA under the Sheba project. Today, we're going to discuss the challenges, the ups and downs of autism, what brings us here. We have a very special lady. She's my sister-in-law, and I have a little nephew who's autistic. So we're going to try and talk about the little man a little bit more. We're going to try and talk about the challenges, what it brings to our community, what it takes away from our community. We're going to try and see what we can do with this knowledge we have and help mothers, parents, families. So I'm going to introduce Tanya onto our podcast. So Tanya, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, of course. Hi, I'm Tania Nusrat. I'm here today to discuss about autism. I'm honored that BWN invited me to discuss about my experience. I am a mom of an autistic child. My son is 9 years old. And today I'm going to share my experience about my acceptance about autism and how everyone reacted when they found out my son is autistic. And I'll share about my everyday life.
Oh, that's wonderful. So Tanya, I'm going to call you Tanya. I'm going to call you Bobby. I'm going to
fine.
I'm going to call you both in between. So what it is, let's start. Let's start from how many children you have. Would
I
you
have
like
three
to-
children.
So you have three children.
Yeah.
And what are their ages, if you want to?
My eldest, he just turned 21, and my daughter, she's 15, and my
Okay.
youngest, he's 9. And
So Jibreel, we're okay
Yeah.
to mention his name. So Jibreel is your first autistic
Yeah.
child. Okay. So, and at the moment he's 9 years old.
Yeah, he is.
So let me start, because obviously I know Jibreel very well,
Yeah.
with him being my nephew. So we're going to strip it back. We're going to go back to his when he was first born. Would you like to tell us how he was as a baby? What was he like
Yes.
when he was first newly born? I mean, we were thrilled with him coming into the world. So do you want to talk about his life from
Yes,
birth?
when Jibril's born, we all were so happy because he is the youngest, and I think since he was baby, he used to cry a lot.
Okay.
Then I didn't know why he was crying so much. He used to cry so much, and if we took him somewhere else, he used to cry. And if some new people come to our house, he used to cry a lot. So I stopped
Okay.
going outside. I
Okay.
stopped going to people's house. Then.
So what at that point, what made you think that it wasn't something, maybe he's not well, maybe he's got a tummy bug, maybe what is it in you that made you think that it was something more social?
We didn't think like this. He
Okay.
started crying when he was like 4 months old.
Okay.
Then then we noticed he didn't used to drink his milk from bottle. We have to
Okay.
feed him with spoon.
Right, okay.
There's something must be
Like a
sensory,
spoon feed.
spoon
Yeah.
feed. Yeah. So there's nothing came in our mind that he can be autistic. Then he started bubbling, saying words. Then around 16, 17 months, he totally stopped
Okay.
saying words and
Okay.
eye contact. He totally stopped eye contact.
So before that, before he was 15, 16 months, what was he generally like? Because, I mean, from 3 months onwards, with the babies, you can start talking to them, they try to talk back, they smile. What was he like at that stage?
Yeah, he used to smile. He used
Okay.
to, when we used to
Was he interacting with you at that
when
time?
he used to say nursery rhyme, he used to try to copy it.
Okay.
Then, but he was very fussy about food.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's always been fussy?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, when he was 1 year old, if you give him crisp, that should be no broken crisp, then it should be perfect. So we didn't
Also,
think.
he liked it in its shape?
Shapes, yeah.
Okay. He didn't like it broken?
No.
Okay.
So all these things, when we can remember now, all things is related to
All
autism.
right.
Yeah.
So you're looking back now and you're
Looking back now,
reflecting
yeah.
on the little things that
Yeah,
you
little
didn't
things.
pick up at the
Yeah,
time,
picking up
but
the time.
you are now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So at what stage was it then? What stage was it that you actually thought, no, we need to get him checked, or
Yeah.
there's something not
Yeah,
right
around
here?
16, 17 months, his last words, I can still remember, he said 1, 2, 3. That was his last word. After that, he
Okay.
totally stopped.
Okay.
Totally stopped eye contact with him. We used to call him Jibreel. Jibreel, he didn't even look. Then he started playgroup. When
Okay.
just he turned 2, then the playgroup nurses said there's something wrong, because when we call him, he doesn't respond.
Okay.
It's like he's not listening. Then he used to cry a lot when we used to drop him off to the nursery.
Yeah.
Then from like since then, the nursery nurses pushed us like there's no something wrong. So then the processing of
Okay.
diagnosis is started.
Okay.
First step was hearing test.
Okay.
Then it started from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that actually came from the school.
Yeah.
I mean, you had your own doubts at home.
Yeah.
But then when he went to play school,
Yeah.
they picked it up as well.
Yeah, they picked it up.
Okay. So what happened from then?
Then it took 1 year to diagnose everything.
Okay.
He had MRI, he had like hearing test and all tests he had to go through.
So when you were waiting for this 1 year,
Yeah.
while you were doing all these assessments, was anything changing? Was he getting worse in his symptoms? What were you?
No
actually-
symptom. It's like he didn't know how to communicate. So
Okay.
he was frustrated.
Of course.
He used to cry. He didn't know how to react to anything. So
Yeah.
that was very difficult for him and for us as well.
Yeah, definitely. Because
Yeah.
I mean, he's at a toddler age then,
Yeah.
isn't he? And at
Yeah.
that age, they're forever inquiring and they're very
Yeah.
explore. You know,
Yeah.
they want to
It's
explore
like his brain
everything.
reversed when he like just reached 16,
Okay.
17 months. It's like everything reversed. Gone back
So
to-
it's almost like he went back to being a baby again.
Yeah.
Because he made progress. And then he went
Yeah.
back again.
And he used to tiptoe a lot. Then after
Okay.
that we found out autistic, there's a symptom
Yeah.
of tiptoe.
Okay.
Then lining toys,
Did
Yeah.
he used to line up toys?
line up to toys,
Okay.
yeah. Then
Right.
stacking up, yeah,
That's
tiptoes,
interesting.
yeah.
So I mean, like you're saying, you're picking up the things now.
Yeah, now.
I mean, you didn't pick it up at the time,
No,
but
because
you're picking it up now.
we didn't have any we didn't even think about autism. We didn't have any knowledge about autism.
Yeah, this is what my question was going to be. So before you even thought about anything to
No.
do with autism,
No.
did you have any knowledge what
No,
autism
I didn't
was?
have any knowledge. So
I mean, we're going back almost 10 years now, aren't we?
yeah,
Because
yeah.
if he's
7
9 years old.
Yeah, 7 years. Almost
Yeah.
going back 7 years. Yeah, when the nurse said there's something wrong, then I started researching about autism. Then
Okay.
I found.
So what made
Jibreel's-
you go to autism and not something else?
Because when I researched these symptoms related to autism.
Also, you searched his symptoms,
Yeah, symptoms.
and it came up with autism.
Autism,
Okay, because
yeah.
I mean, autism is such a long,
big spectrum, yeah,
isn't
spectrum,
it?
yeah.
So many things fall
So many
under
things.
autism now.
Yeah, and before that I
Right.
didn't have any knowledge about autism.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't even think he can be autistic because then I
Okay.
started.
So coming back to the assessments.
Yeah.
Coming back to the assessments, he was diagnosed. At what age was he
He
diagnosed?
just turned 3 and he diagnosed.
Okay, and they said,
We're very lucky because he diagnosed earlier.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because if he diagnosed earlier, then he can go to we know which path he can go.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So when he was diagnosed, going back to the diagnostic, when he was diagnosed, from there, what were your plans? What were you thinking for him? Because I mean, I can imagine as a parent,
Yeah.
you know, we have these babies and we have so many dreams for them.
Yeah.
We have so many ambitions and you know their own life. So at that time, how did it look to you for his future as a mother?
From 2 years old, I knew there's something wrong. Since then, it's like I'm alone in this world. I felt like this because then when he diagnosed, it was like I'm the only parent whose baby is
it must be a very lonely thing, isn't it?
It is the only thing. Then I'm very grateful to all the professionals because they were always very supportive. I can remember whenever I used to go to every meeting, I used to cry because it is very emotional.
Yeah, of course.
Then all of them supported me a lot.
Yeah.
Mentally.
I mean, do you know what? The autism, definitely the doctors and
nursery teachers, everywhere was so supportive. Yeah.
Okay, so after he got diagnosed, he was 3 years old.
Yeah.
At that time, did you think, I'm going to put him in nursery, I'm going to put him in primary school?
At that time, he was going to the nursery, but COVID started.
All right.
So he didn't have any chance to go to the nursery.
Oh dear.
1 year he stayed home.
Okay.
Then after that, he went to the special needs school, primary school straight away.
So you were at home with Jibreel. You were on your own. You felt like you were on your own. And also, he was newly diagnosed. What is it that you did at that time to help you?
At that time, nursery teachers used to drop off some work for him, but you know, he didn't like to play with toys or drawing or painting, so all this didn't work for him. So, but they used to bring like dropping off work for him every week. So, but it was very frustrating that time because I was alone on myself, and he was newly diagnosed. I didn't have any knowledge about autism, and all the support I got only from, like, I did few courses that time online, but face-to-face courses and online courses are different. But somehow I managed, I coped, but it was really hard. It was depressing. I used to cry a lot, and I think every parent does when they first diagnose. It's like heartbreaking. It's like the whole world is falling on your head. You don't have any support.
It's like I said, isn't it? When we have these children, we have so many dreams for them,
about them,
and then it's come at a time where the world was shut down with the lockdown. Even if you wanted to go out to get some help, it wasn't readily available. But how nice of the nursery to come and drop off. For you to do activities with him. I mean, how lovely of that. Right. So from there, we've come out of lockdown now. What was your next steps from that?
The next step was we are applying for his primary school. We chose special needs primary school because I knew he needs special needs primary school. His dad wasn't sure about it because we knew he was not fully in denial, but he was a little bit in denial that my son is autistic. He couldn't take it that my son is going to the special needs school. But I said, no, he needs to go to special needs school for his well-being. I know he can go to the mainstream school. He will get one-to-one support, but it's not enough for him because he's non-verbal. He needs to go to special needs school. So his dad agreed. Then all the specialists
like
and professionalists who was involved with this, the process, application, and he got placed in special needs school.
Wow.
Straight away.
Then
he started school. Then after a few months, again lockdown on and off. That went for 1 year. So again, first day when we went to drop him off to the school, it was heartbreaking. When his dad came home, he was crying a lot. When he said, "I can't believe my son is going to the special school." Sorry.
I know.
It's emotional now. I know it's been diagnosed for 7 years, but whenever I talk about him, I get emotional.
I know. It must have been a hard.
I think every parent go through this, especially mom.
100%. So coming back from dropping him off from school, how did his first day go when he came back? Did you think he settled?
He just went. That thing is broke our heart because I know normal kid. When they go to school, they say bye to their parents. But my son, he just went to the teacher straight away. And that broke our heart. Like he don't even recognize us as his parents, but as he's older now, he recognizes us. At that time, he didn't know.
Because he just took their hand and he just kind of went.
He just went. He didn't know we are his parents. So that was heartbreaking.
Yeah, of course. I can understand.
Yeah.
So when he came back home, you must have been wanting to know how his first day went. So did you get that support from the school?
That time we used to pick him up. So the teacher, we had interaction every day with the teachers. And the school is amazing. The teachers are amazing. So
I'll just give you some tissue.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you don't need to apologize at all. So
I know when I used to have meetings, I used to cry like this.
Do you know what? You can cry all you want.
Then I gathered myself. I became stronger, but still when I took over him,
of course. Do you know what? We cry at every moment with our children.
Because we have dream about our children.
Yeah, of course.
It's like when I think, when I won't be around, because I won't be alive all my life, then who will look after him? Because looking after an autistic child is like you're giving your 24/7. It's not an easy job.
You're sacrificing your own life.
Sacrifice your own life, and only I know fathers can sacrifice, but most of the mothers do the sacrifice. They sacrifice their career, they sacrifice their social life, they sacrifice everything. They sacrifice their sleep. You name it, they sacrifice everything. So when I will be around, I know I have 2 elder children, but they will have their own life. So I just think, what will happen? Then I think God will look after him.
Yeah, of course, 100%. I mean, God has a plan for everybody. He's got a plan for everybody. So I'd like to ask you actually, what's a typical day for Jibreel like? Now he's 9 years old. He goes to is it classed as a special school?
He goes to special school.
And he must have a mentor that he has.
They have one-to-one teacher, and he loves his school. But it's depend, because their mood swings so much. Mood swing. 1 minute they're happy, next minute they're angry. It depends on their mood, sleeps, and most autistic child they have sleeping issues. Like most of the night they stay awake. for 3-4 hours, then they go back to sleep, and that sleep affects on their mood.
Yeah, right. So if he has a good night's sleep,
Yeah, he's happy.
you'll know he's in a happier
Yeah.
mood. And if he's had a rough night,
Yeah.
he's going to be in a rough mood. Right. So then that, again, it reflects back to you, doesn't it?
Yes, that's why I am having issues as well, because I don't sleep a lot.
Yeah.
And I can't concentrate on lots of stuff now. And it's not only me, whoever have autistic child, special needs child, they're like carer, they're suffering this. I go to lots of parents group,
Yeah.
or like special needs parent group in his school and other places as well, where only I feel only special needs parents can understand special needs
Yeah.
parents' feelings, emotions, what they're going through.
Yeah.
Normal parents, they can't.
Yeah.
Because normal parents, some of the parents just say me, oh, Jibreel, just sit down quietly and you just sit with him. So it's fine.
But it doesn't work
No,
like
I
that.
say it's no, it doesn't work like this. It is. I'm sitting with him all the time. And it's like you need...
You need to be there.
You need to be there all the time. Even though he's just sitting there, you can't leave him on his own.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you have to concentrate.
So I mean, how long has Jibreel been in this school now? How many years?
He's in year 5 now. So
Okay, so from the first day he went
yeah.
up to now, do you find any changes in him?
Yes,
Has he
definitely.
improved
Yeah.
in any areas that you
Yeah, as
were?
soon as he started school, his communication became better.
Wow.
He knew how to communicate. We knew how to communicate, because I can remember when he diagnosed, he just started school, primary school. He didn't sleep for 6 months, and I stayed awake for 6 months. And that time I lost 2 stone weight, because I was awake all night. Because that time we have to just rock him all night, and if we stopped rocking, he used to run downstairs.
So it's again the sensory thing. He
Yeah.
liked the sensation of being
Sensation.
rocked.
Then he used to run downstairs. You have to put him in the pram, push him all night.
Do you know that I just remember that now, because I remember when we used to come,
Yeah.
and you used to be sat at home and he used to be in a pram,
Yeah.
and you're forever. I remember that now. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Then he's
So how did he get out of that?
family supporter from his school
Okay.
advised me, you need to leave him in his room on his own and just see how he reacts. Then maybe he just wanted to be stayed on his own.
Okay.
So I followed her advice. I left him on his own, and he felt better.
Wow.
So we found out he didn't want anyone in that room. He just
So
wanted
maybe
to on
all
his
that
own.
time, yeah. So all
Yeah.
that time he didn't want you.
Yeah.
He wanted his own space.
Yeah.
His own bed.
Yeah, for his safety, I stayed with him.
Yeah, of
because
course. Yeah.
But then she said you need to just leave him on his own and see how it works. Then it worked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Even though now he is having
So that must have been like a big relief for you.
yeah, even though he's having sleeping issues still now.
Yeah.
But we have a camera in his room, so I've got the monitor. Whenever he wakes up, I wakes up, but he doesn't come out of the room. So I'm staying in bed, but I'm awake. But I know he's in his room.
Okay.
He doesn't want anyone in his room. He just wants on his own.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 9 years old. He knows what he wants now.
Yeah.
And we all know what
Yeah.
he wants. He's very thingy about that. So when coming back to the school, you found like a big improvement.
Yeah.
So in a way, I would say it was a good thing that he went to the special school.
Yes,
Because he got
definitely.
the help
Yeah.
in areas that he needed the help.
Yeah, he needed.
Not that I'm saying going to a mainstream school, he wouldn't have got the help.
Yeah.
But going to a special school, they're more equipped for him.
Yeah.
They're equipped. They have special teachers there
Yeah.
who are aware of autistic
Yeah.
children, who know their needs, who are more experienced, if you want to
Experience.
call
And they
it.
support parents as
Yeah.
well. Parents' mental health, they support.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it was really
So at
helpful.
during that time he was in school, did you do any courses or?
Yeah, I always do courses with school. Yeah.
Okay.
it's
And
really
what was your
helpful.
knowledge like growing?
I learned a lot of things from school courses.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still learning, because autism is a big spectrum. The learning is not finished.
Yeah.
So when you say school courses, what do you mean by that? So does the school give you some sort of information about autism and how to develop
Yeah.
as a parent? Is that what it is? Can
Yeah.
you tell us a bit more about that?
Some courses, they come from NHS. They come to the parents to do them courses. It's called Riding the Rapid. That course was really helpful. It says what triggers.
Okay.
What
Look for the triggers.
Yeah, look for the triggers, and don't just wait for the trigger to pull so they go to the extreme point. So you need to know what is the triggering point for your child, and before you go to the triggering point, you need to protect them. Otherwise, the meltdown, it can go for hours after hours. So I know what triggers what
You know
triggers my
his
son.
triggers, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's really good that you've learned, you've done the courses,
Yeah.
you've gained knowledge,
Yeah.
and now it's something that you've learned to help him, help
Yeah.
yourself, help him.
And the course, they also said, because you are the carer, you are the parent, you need to be well for yourself, otherwise you can't look after your kid. And as a specialist, parent, the main thing is your mental health, because it affects. So you need to be well and happy to look after your kid.
Yeah.
And it's not like normal parent, you can get relief. It's a lot of mental stress.
Okay.
Yeah.
So coming back from all this, how can you have two of the children?
Yeah.
You have Simi and Dawood. How did they take it? I mean,
Yeah.
they must obviously, it's a big thing for them, like it is for the parents.
Yeah, it's a big thing for us, like as a family.
What are they like with him, and what were they?
They are very lovely. They love him so much. We love him so much. They are really helpful. My son, everyone helped me. Yeah. So when he was first diagnosed, we all went through sad moments, because it was really sad thing. And we all didn't know what to do, because at that time, Jibreel, in the 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the night time, he used to boom, boom, boom downstairs in the stairs, and everyone, Simra, they all had to wake up, because he was running that fast.
Oh.
Yeah, so
it's almost like, oh my God, dangerous. Danger.
Yeah,
because he's not aware of his danger.
Even now he's not aware of danger. So whenever he goes to upstairs, we have to run behind him. So it's always, someone needs to be with him.
Someone has to always be with him.
Yeah, with him.
Okay. So you said he's improved so much at school.
Yeah.
Do you think it's helped him going to a special school?
Yeah, definitely. I think special needs school is very, very, very good for the special needs kids.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
Okay,
they get one-to-one support there, and they have everything in the school.
Okay. So now I want to know a typical day of Jibreel's. What's he like from the minute he wakes up?
He's got his routine. When he wakes up, he comes downstairs, he has his breakfast, then he sits. He's not like a normal kid, play with toys.
Okay.
He just sits, watch TVs, then if it's on weekend, he watch TVs, then he has a PA now. So it's a great
What
support.
is a PA, just for the...
PA is a personal assistant, a carer. So that's a great help for me, because I can have a break for 2-3 hours.
So it's like a respite for you?
Respite, yeah. So
what do they do when they come?
They take him out.
Okay.
So he loves to go out with them. He goes out for every week 4 hours. So he goes.
So that's good. It gives you time.
It gives me time. It gives me time to go out with my daughter or as a family, because sometimes we can't go everywhere as a family, because Jibreel doesn't go to so many places. It's certain places he loves to go.
Okay.
So it's a respite for me.
Okay.
So weekend routine, he knows his carer is coming to take him out.
And I bet he looks forward to it.
Yeah, look forward to. And school days, he knows school days.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Jibreel going to this special school, he must have his own. Does he get lifts to school?
Yeah.
Do they come for him? What is he like going to?
First few years, his dad used to take him and pick him up. Then we thought now he needs to be more socialized, so we chose school transport.
Okay.
Then he loved it. He
likes going in cars and buses, doesn't he?
Yeah, he loves it.
Yeah.
He knows the school bus. He doesn't have any patience, so only thing he waits for the school bus. Even though if it's 10-15 minutes late, he will still wait, because he knows it's coming. Otherwise, if it's poor coat on, he needs to go out straight. Yeah.
Well, he knows his bus is coming.
Yeah, so they know their routine very well.
Okay, that's really good. And what's he like with making friends? Because we always worry for our children, don't we? What they like in school, are they getting on with the children?
Yeah, he's getting on with the children now, because I don't know, but they look after him, them kids.
Okay.
They look after him. Yeah.
I think I've been a few times to that school where I've seen all the children, they play together.
Yeah.
They just love each other.
Yeah, they love each other.
They just know each other. And Jibreel, he's had loads of Christmas parties, Eid parties, where you've shared with the family little videos, and you can see he's happy there. He's very happy.
Yeah, he's happy. We think he doesn't notice, but he notices everything. Whenever he sees his school friend outside, he just smiles. We thought he doesn't notice these things, but he noticed.
So he must know his teachers. He must recognize them.
Yeah, he knows them. Yeah.
It's like when he sees us after a while, at family events, he just recognizes. Like he goes to Hamza Damlat's house.
Yeah.
And he knows where's his sofa.
Yeah.
He knows where he sits. Nobody goes near him because he likes his own space.
Yeah.
So he's got his own routine.
Yeah.
Okay. So coming back to that's his school life. What's he like at home, or do you take him to weddings? Does he go to parties?
No, he didn't used to go to any wedding or parties because he didn't like it. But last year we took him in. He took him to a wedding, and before like a few weeks, like to the from the wedding, he started going out with his carer. So
Okay.
that helped.
Okay.
Going to
Oh,
new places with his carer, it helped. But
right.
now he goes to few places with
Yeah.
those.
So him having a PA and having those few hours
Yeah.
has helped him come out of his own shell.
Yes.
It's helped his confidence.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
he before he didn't used to go to Giddy Keepers with us.
Okay.
If he used to go, he didn't play.
And Giddy Keepers is really busy.
Busy. Now he likes it. He started going with his PA. He likes it there. Then after a few weeks, we took him to the wedding. So he
Okay.
loved. He didn't cry. You can remember when we took him the Hamza's Mendi. He didn't even go to the
No,
hall.
it was
He
too much for
cried
him.
too much. But
Yeah.
he now.
I mean the noise and everything.
Yeah. Now he goes.
So that's, do you know what? That's really good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
I want to ask, what's it like, preparing food for him? You have to.
Food is the biggest trigger for him. He loves food. Even though he's full, his brain keeps saying, even though his tummy is full, his brain is keep saying, you have to eat. So we have to control the portion. So I think most autistic child go through this. They love food even though they are full. So that's a trigger point for him. He pull his trigger. If it's his food, that's
Yeah.
that's it.
And is there special food that you have to make for him, or like you have to cook something different for him, or prepare something?
No, he loves most food now. Just he doesn't like fruits, vegetables.
Like a typical, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of children are just the same.
Yeah.
So going back to, you said he had some sort of sensory,
Yeah.
like a sensory issue. Is that with food or just touch, feel?
Food, touch, yeah, touch.
What's it like
Definitely.
with foods, to eat foods? What, because
Before he went through so many phases. When he was baby, he just used to have Weetabix.
okay,
Then Weetabix finished, bananas. Then bananas finished, just all crunchy.
so he was going through phases.
Yeah, phases, all crunchy food, no mushy things. Then now he still doesn't like Weetabix, but he eats most of the things.
What's his favorite? Would you say?
He's like me. He likes crisps.
Crisps.
Yeah.
What flavor?
Flavor, even though he knows if you give him like Walkers or different brand, he will just throw. If you give him different brand, it just has to be Walkers, crisp.
Wow.
So
He's a-
any flavor of the Walker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. But he can eat quite a bit.
Yeah.
And going back to when you said he doesn't have control over, I mean, his tummy is full,
Yeah.
but his brain's not telling him.
Yeah.
So how do you manage his weight at that stage?
Weight is put because he eats.
Or his
he put-
activities?
Activities. He goes now. His weather is good, so he started going out to park with his PA.
Okay.
That helped. Last year, summertime, that helped. Like his
So does he
physical
put on
activity.
does he put on weight more than he should? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because of
And
eating habit and not moving around much.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now that he's going out, he's getting enough exercise and
Yeah.
walking about. Okay, that's good. Is there anything else that you'd like to talk about with Jibreel? Because
Jibreel, I just want to talk about everything generally about autism,
Yeah.
not just Jibreel, because I know how it feels as a parent, and there's autism is getting more common now. Lots of kids are getting diagnosed with autism now, and new parents, I know they feel hopeless. They feel we are alone.
Yeah.
But that's the main thing, like acceptance with your family. And I know it's hard, but you have to face it. So, and in our when Jibril diagnosed, it was 6 years ago. In our Asian, like South Asian community, it wasn't still common thing to accept. I know lots of parents, like kids, they had autism or some kind of disability, but parents used to deny.
okay.
Now parents don't deny, but
Yeah,
they try
so-
to accept it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, do you know what it is? Like, you've come here and you're talking about it.
Yeah.
I'm sure whoever listens to you will get the encouragement from you
Yeah.
to talk about it, to maybe sit back and think, I wonder if my son's going through that.
Yeah.
Because it must help. I mean, we come to BWA, you talk about Jibreel, people know about Jibreel, and we all know that you have a son who's autistic. So I know 100% that from that, people take encouragement from you.
Yeah.
You know, you yourself, I would say, is definitely, you inspire others. You do. You
Yeah.
inspire other people to take a look at what they've got at home and to go seek help, to look for places to go and get help. So I want to ask you, as a mother, what would you say to another mother who's probably not wanting to accept what they've seen with their children?
Yeah.
And what steps can they take initially?
The first thing is you have to
To
be
get
strong. You have to accept, because no matter what, we have to accept it and go through it. Otherwise, if we can't seek help from professionals, we can, like, our kids, they can, like, improve themselves. And we need, as a parent needs help as well, especially moms. Mental health, I know, is breaks it down when you find out your kid is
Yeah.
autistic or they have some kind of disabilities or not well, because you have to go through all your life with this and there's no comeback. So you have to be strong. You have to accept this no matter what. And
So you'd say look for the symptoms,
yeah, look for the symptoms. Yeah.
seek help.
Parents know what the
Yeah.
symptoms, because
They
if
just
something
don't
wrong,
wanna-
if something wrong with your child, you know what
Yeah.
is wrong. It just you need to be strong. There's no
Yeah.
other way.
Yeah.
And you need lots of mental support.
Yeah.
You need support.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
it.
Definitely. And do you feel you've had the support from family? Do you feel you had the support from home life? Do you think, because you have half of your family are in Bangladesh or have
Yeah.
come here, do you feel as a whole you've got help? You've had help?
I had help when Jibreel, like, started the preschool playgroup. I got lots of help from the nursery nurses. They gave their shoulder to cry on. Yeah. So I'm always grateful to them, and the other professionals, they always gave their shoulder to cry.
Yeah.
So they were the big support at the
Yeah.
beginning,
Yeah.
because
So you must have felt like, oh, do you know what? I'm not on my own.
Yeah.
I've got these people to help me. I mean, I've got a heart condition myself. So I can understand to an extent how the professional people, they are your people to cry
Yeah.
on. They're there to help you.
Yeah.
They know how you feel. So I agree with that. You get massive help from
Yeah, massive help,
professionals,
yeah.
and they do make you feel like, you know what, you
Family,
can do it.
yeah.
You can do it. They are your family.
Yeah.
Because that's all they know. They know what you're going through.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay.
Then he started special needs school. Then all the teachers from the school, his class, they said, we're always here for you.
Yeah.
Whatever you need, just come and talk with us. We're
Okay.
here for you.
Okay.
So they are like my family. Jibreel School is like his second home, and it's like our family as well. And they always support.
So I've been to that school as well. It's Holly Grove
Yeah.
School. It's an SEN school. And me and Salik, we're doing a project. Obviously he's leading it, and I follow him through his journey. And thanks to Jibreel, this project has kind of come about. So we visited the school. It's very nice. They've got all the extra facilities and things like that. And you know as well what we're doing, right? So just tell us a little bit about the school itself and the project, if you know what Salik is trying to achieve here with the school in Bangladesh as well.
Yeah, I think he's trying to twinning with the school. He's trying to taking teachers over there to give them training, because in Bangladesh it's still need loads of improvement.
Yeah.
Not like this country. We're like grateful that we're living here. Jibreel
Yeah.
getting all the support.
So coming back to this project that you're doing with the twinning.
Yeah.
You went to Bangladesh.
Yeah.
You went to Bangladesh and you visited the school,
visited a school.
that Salik was working with
Yeah.
alongside Holly Grove. So do you want to tell us a little bit about how your trip went with them?
I went to the school. Then
Where is this school?
It's in Sylhet.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's called the Select Arts and Autistic School.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
It's in what is it? What's the name of it? No, Ambarkhana. Noyasoro.
Yeah,
Yeah, sort
Noyasoro.
of,
Yeah,
yeah.
Noyasoro. Yeah, so I went to the school and I had chat with the teachers, and I was telling them I've done this course, and that course like taught me what pull the trigger.
Yeah.
And this is we shouldn't go through this and that. Then they were telling me you have no more knowledge than like your husband. I said, yeah, obviously, because I am with him 24/7. Whoever is 24/7 carer, they have more practical knowledge.
yeah.
So they were very interested to know about.
So did
all
you
this.
meet just the teachers or the parents as well?
Yeah, some parents met with me as well. Yeah.
Okay. So you know what? When the parents found you, they must have felt like a relief, like
Yeah,
somebody
They were,
who is living not in Bangladesh, somewhere else.
Yeah.
And she can understand us.
Yeah.
So did they ask you
Yeah, they
about
asked me
your
lots
life?
of questions. And like.
What was, do you think, in your opinion, what was the thing that was most important to them, or the thing that they kind of asked you most about?
Like the support we get from here, they don't give anything over there. So everything is they have to do on themselves.
So support from the professionals or the
Professionals,
school? Yeah.
professionals from school, government, doctors is different there.
Okay.
Yeah, even schools are different. Not everyone can afford to go to specialist school. They have to pay.
Yeah. So do you think it's because lack of awareness about
Lack
autism?
of awareness, lack of what shall I say? Lack of the structure of the country.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's not right. The structure of the country is not right. The
I mean,
system.
they do have a few things there. When we spoke to them, there are certain incentives from the government and from the local authorities, but it's just not as much as what you have in the UK.
No, because the population is so much in Bangladesh, and
But I will say this, you know, I don't want to just downplay their efforts because they're doing a fantastic job. The school, and there are, like I said, there are some initiatives from the government. It's just obviously they've got so many other problems as well. But not to say that this is any lesser. But what I kind of observed from my trip to Bangladesh and the autistic school was the curriculum in itself, the school's curriculum, is actually not that far behind. Because of the fantastic work done even by the principal.
That's amazing.
It's just that they're lacking in a bit of resources and funding. But if they can have that, then they should be able to kind of match the curriculum in England. That's what I found anyway.
That's really a fantastic job the school doing. But the main thing is whoever got money, they can go to the specialist school.
All right.
The huge amount of people, they can't go to not just this school, go to any very less specialist school in Bangladesh.
So basically, if you've got money, you can go.
Poor people, they are most suffering. Poor people who has got autistic kid, who have got disabled kids, they are suffering a lot because their kids are staying at home. And whoever got money and whoever got specialist school, they can go to the specialist school in Bangladesh. It's not like for poor people. So that's...
I think with the project that Salik's running at the moment, the project is called Roots Across Nations. So it's the twinning of both schools, the one in Burnley, Hollygrove, and the one in Sylhet, Arts and Autistic School. So at the moment, we opened a fundraiser. We want to actually fund 30 children. I think it's 30 or 40 children for 3 years. So we're trying to help. So and a lot of other teachers, they have seen this kind of model, and they're saying, look, it will work in this country, other country. So they're kind of really interested. So hopefully Bangladesh will be the paving stone for other countries as well. In this
That's really good.
They need more school. More school because more kids are diagnosing with autism now.
And like you said, it's on such a massive spectrum. It falls. I mean, there's so many things that fall into the spectrum, isn't it? Right.
So when you went to Bangladesh as well, you met with the parents, you met with the teachers. Like if you were able to, if somebody gives you some special powers, or maybe unlimited funding, what is the first thing you would kind of in your experience, what would you kind of do first?
I would build more specialist school because I saw videos like some parents, they just tie their kids in village because they're autistic. They're thinking there's something wrong with the kid, and like they're severe autism, and they can't do anything with their kid because the parents are so poor. They tie their kids with the I know what you mean, with the like stick. So the kids stay there all day. I would love to build school for them kids because.
But how will them parents know that it's autism?
They don't know because they don't have any knowledge. So
this is what I mean. So it's starting from the raising awareness.
You can't raise awareness because they don't have any knowledge. But I would love to build school for them kids because they need it more. Like educated parents, they know how to control their kid. They know what they need. The people are more suffering. The poor people who got autism and poor parents, no financial support. They're suffering more in villages. That's heartbreaking. So
that's what you would do then? You would open a school for them? Okay. Anything else you'd do with your £1 million if you were given the power?
I don't know what to do.
So just open schools with special needs. Like you said, it's helped Jibreel so much. Going to a special school. I mean, if he had gone to a mainstream school, what would have happened? I don't think he would have improved.
No, because he's non-verbal.
He's non-verbal. He wouldn't have got anywhere.
No.
I don't think he would have anywhere because he gets so much support. At this school. How do you communicate with him at home?
At home, he knows why is everything. It's more like gesture. Like when he's angry, he says few words. In school, he uses specs, them cards.
Okay.
He uses them at home. He doesn't use them because at home he knows where is everything.
Yeah.
So he knows where to get stuff from.
Okay. So we've spoke a lot about his autism. I want to know some of his ups, as in his joy. Where does he get his joy from? I mean, there's loads of children who give you Mother's Day, who give their parents Mother's Day cards. They do all sorts. At what point do you ever feel down and think, okay, if Jibreel could speak, what would he do? What would he
He
say?
brings card, in school, that's good thing. They do everything with them.
Okay.
Mother's Day card, Father's Day card, they make everything. He brings cards home.
Okay.
And even though he doesn't know what it is.
And what about school role plays? Like when Christmas comes, Eid comes.
Yeah, even
does he take
Christmas.
part?
Yeah, he took part in Christmas nativities. Yeah, they involve them in everything.
Okay.
I don't know if you understand or no, but he gets involved in everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you think you'll ever get to a point one day maybe you can take him to the school in Bangladesh and maybe get him to meet more children?
Maybe one day. I think he's still not ready for the plane journey because he doesn't like too many people or lighting and noises. So it will be very difficult for taking to.
I mean, because of him, it's come this far.
Yeah.
If only he understood that part, it is such an inspiration. As a family, I'm his auntie, and I would honestly say he's the joy of this family.
So let me ask you, Jibreel.
Yeah, of course, 100%.
Obviously, you're his family as well. So
Yeah.
what was it like for yourself, and maybe I know you've got a lot with the sisters as well. So what was
Yeah.
it like for you guys as when you found out?
So when we first found out, we knew as well, like the parents had ideas that maybe there's something not right here. We thought the same as well. And then we heard that he was having these assessments. And then when it came to the point where, when you said, he got diagnosed that he was autistic and he was taken to school. And it was absolutely heartbreaking because that day his dad did come home and he texted us just to tell us that it was his first day at this school. And you could just see the emotion on a text message, how upset, the parents must have been. We were upset. We gave as much support as we thought we have done over the phone. And since then, honest to God, he's an angel. I don't know how to explain it, but he's such a special child in every way. He's amazing, he's funny, he's loud. Even when he goes to my sister's house, she, as soon as he walks through that door, the samosa fryer is on because Jibreel likes samosas. She used to have packets of crisp in her cupboards because she knows Jibreel likes cheese and onion crisps. So everything in our family is just surrounded with love and respect for him. And he just knows he's loved. He knows he's loved by this family. The minute he goes into my sister's house, he's got his own little sofa. That's Jibreel's sofa. He doesn't like anyone sitting next to him because if anyone
moves.
So the minute you go and sit next to him, he's either pushing you away, punching you away, or kicking you away. It's one of them, and we know this. So even when we go and sit next to him, and he's not doing any of that, it's like, oh my God, I think he likes me. He's liking me today. So he's such a joy. He's an angel. I'm not downplaying the other nieces and nephews, but he's someone. He's different. He's different in his own way, in such a positive way. So that's what I'd like to say about Jibreel. He's amazing.
And Tania, going back to yourself as well, obviously Jibreel's 9 years old, so in about two years maybe he's gonna go into high school soon. So have you thought about these things, or is that something that plays on your mind as well?
Yeah, he's going to a special needs high school, definitely.
And have you chosen what school he's gonna be? Is there support there for you?
Yeah, we Rejude. He's going to the Rejude, so we're going to apply soon.
Okay. So what will he be doing? Is this school? How will it work with? Obviously in other schools, children, they do GCSEs.
No, they don't have any.
He won't have anything like that, obviously. Another thing actually I was going to say, how do you go about, I'm going to bring religion into this now, because we have children who go to the masjid, they learn Arabic, they learn a lot of stuff. Do you feel at any point that maybe, obviously he's non-verbal, but is he aware of, say, if you put recitations on, if you put something on the TV, is he aware of, does he find anything soothing?
Yeah, he sometimes watches on iPad, he sometimes brings a recitation on himself.
Okay.
And I don't think too much about religion
Yeah.
and with him because he's already an angel from God.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
He's a special, like I
Yeah,
said, he's
special,
special.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Okay. No, I just thought, as in, how does that come in? Because with our other
Yeah.
children, with Jibreel, Simi, they went to the masjid.
Yeah.
They did all that kind of stuff. So I just thought, with Jibreel, how does that work? But yeah. So, do you have any messages? Any?
You said you've got a YouTube channel as well, so tell us a bit about your YouTube channel. What is that about and what do you do there?
Oh, that was lockdown YouTube. I gave up now. I gave up it long time ago.
She used to do a bit of cooking.
So tell us what it's about though.
Yeah.
It was a cooking channel. Then I did few videos about autism. Then I gave up because it takes time to make videos, then editing, then stop.
Yeah.
But her YouTube videos, she used to do cooking. They were really good, and I
Yeah.
don't know why you actually gave it up because there were so many people that were missing them. So she used to do cooking like a dish, and she used to talk about it. She used to give the ingredients. And you know what? I've learnt a lot from your cooking. I have, because I used to go back just to refer back to it to do it myself.
Yeah.
So it's a shame you've given it up. You should have carried on, but
It takes time.
and then you brought in the autism
Yeah.
in your
Videos, yeah.
videos because you thought now that you have a platform, you can discuss it, which is a good thing.
Yeah, I did. Then I stopped.
And then you stopped, and then we all got let out. So, if you want to, is there anything else you would like to say or to the community?
Community, especially for parents, I know I always say it's difficult. First few years is very difficult for parents, like to adapt, to accept,
Yeah.
and with like acceptance is the main thing.
Yeah.
Then you have to carry on. I know the parents first few years, I went through this.
Yeah.
Is
It
especially
must be scary.
Yeah, especially first 2 years is very, very difficult because you don't know what to do, and the kid don't know what to do, and different. Like every child is different. Autism like is different. Every child is there.
Yeah.
Some can speak, some doesn't. So their behavior, some is extreme, some is quiet. Is different.
Yeah.
But some through parents go through the same thing. All parents go through the same thing. Is parents feel depressed, left out, and you just have to accept and go look for help.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
hopefully you will be fine. You won't be fine. I know. I say I'll be fine, but deep down, parents of autistic, like a special needs child, we're not always fine. Sometimes we just pretend we are fine because we have to be strong for our kids.
Yeah.
But deep down, there's always emptiness because whenever we think about our kids' future, we feel
So, what are your fears then with Jibreel when it comes to the future?
future is fear when I won't be here. Who's going to look after him 24/7? Because them kids, they need someone to with them for 24/7 because they don't have awareness of danger or safety. So that's the main fear. Like now, if I go for a break for 2-3 days, then I know his dad is home, his brother and sister is home. They can look after him. But in future, they all will have their own life. His brother and sisters.
Yeah, but what makes you say their brothers and sisters won't take care of him?
They will take care of him.
course.
I know, but someone has
Yeah,
to.
it's a fear, isn't
Yeah.
it? Of knowing.
They will look after him.
More of a 24 hours.
Yeah.
24/7.
Yeah.
They will look after him.
Yeah, of
It's
course.
definitely, but
Yeah.
someone needs to be with him 24/7.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe carer or someone will look after him. But
That's one of the things that the parents in Bangladesh, when they spoke, they said as well, look, when I'm gone or if I'm gone,
yeah,
then what will happen to my child now? And that's one of their fears as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
because they need time and attention all the time. So you need someone with them always.
So, I mean, Jibreel's got, obviously, he's non-verbal.
Yeah.
Will his speech at any point come or will it not? Or do you know anything about that? Or
We don't know if we'll ever speak or not, but he
Okay.
says some words sometime.
yeah, I know
Yeah.
because you've mentioned a few times he comes up with words here and there.
Yeah.
But
When I spoke to the teachers,
Yeah.
showing us the PECS cards, one of the children, they did say, look, it's not guaranteed, it's not for every child.
Yeah.
But one of the children they did start to speak again
Yeah.
after, going through the levels.
yeah,
So it's not sure about like if he will speak or not.
I mean, I mean, speaking on, because I've got a couple of friends who have got children who are autistic. Again, they were non-verbal, and then they became verbal. So, and they're like 9 years old, 10 years old. So it came later
Yeah.
in their lives rather than if it was about 2 years old or 3 years old. It's very delayed. But
It is,
they did
yeah.
start off with odd words here and there to the point now they're actually having conversations. They're reading books.
Yeah.
So
So it depends.
Yeah. Do you have that hope? Do you keep that hope? Obviously, you
There's
will.
life
Yeah.
is about hope.
Hope.
Just hope. And
Yeah.
another main thing is like autistic parents feel like whenever the child is diagnosed, even I was like this. I was like so scared to take him outside because we didn't know what time he's gonna have a meltdown.
Yeah.
If the meltdown happens in like superstore or somewhere else, some kids just fall on the floor. So someone might judge them like, what's
Yeah.
his naughty kid?
That's
or
the
so.
biggest fear.
Yeah.
And do you know what? It's not. I mean, it is with autism, but even with other children,
Yeah.
who you can take to the supermarket, they want something,
Yeah.
and they're absolutely having a meltdown.
But now I think parents having more knowledge about autism, so it's okay. Like 6-7 years ago, it wasn't like it was still different. But that parents have the fear, even though taking to relatives' house or parties, some parents don't like to go because of this. I didn't. I stopped going
Yeah.
people's house because of him as well. Then slowly he like improved himself.
Yeah.
Then I started going to people's house.
Yeah.
That's the another thing. Parents, special needs kids parents, they like stop socializing because of the lack
Because
of
they already-
confidence.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or what he's going to be like.
Yeah.
Oh my God! What if he acts out? What if he does this? What if he does that? And you better not just go.
Yeah, don't just go.
Yeah.
It's like with the kids, the parents, especially the carers, confidence shakes as well. You from that you go down.
Yeah,
Because confidence level drops.
Yeah.
Because of
So
this.
have you been outside where you've had any positive? Say, has Jibreel had a meltdown?
Oh yeah, he didn't have meltdown, but that was really nice. Once I took him to Asda, and he was touching one elderly lady. I said, "Oh, sorry." And he was taking her food and like touching her. I said, "Oh, sorry, he doesn't understand he's autistic." She said, "Oh, there's nothing wrong to be autistic. He's so lovely."
Oh.
She gave like him a hug, and the other day,
That's lovely.
one day he was taking one month's like he loves chocolate packet. And I said, "No, sorry, he's autistic." He says, "Fine." Then he just gave it, gave it back.
So I mean,
Yeah.
So people out there are more aware.
Yeah, more and more.
That's really nice.
Yeah,
That's really nice.
it's nice. And if everyone gets support from family, relatives, and like society, then the parents is really supportive for parents, especially moms. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So if you want to end it here, is there any other messages that you'd want to give to even people who don't have children or don't have children with autism?
Yeah.
Is there anything?
No, I think that's it. I think just accept it and carry on your life like normal. I know it's not normal, but we have to carry on. Like and especially the message for family and relatives and society. Just accept the kid as your own. Then the mom won't like stress that much.
Yeah.
She will feel she's involved in everything, and the kid will feel he's involved in everything or she's involved in everything, even though they don't understand. But they understand the knowledge of love. Even though they can't speak, they feel it. They feel it. If someone loves them, they feel it. So just spread love for them kids. If it's your family or not, just neighbor or anyone, just spread the love. Because if you spread the love, then the parents feel good and they feel positive. And when they are positive, they can look after an autistic or special needs child. And
It's just about being kind, isn't it?
being kind.
Yeah. And don't be afraid to get help.
Yeah.
Ask for help. Help is there.
Help is there. Yeah.
Help is there. Knowledge is there.
Yeah.
You can always get on the internet now.
Yeah.
And there's so much information out there now on autism. And I just hope we can just improve and help.
Especially parents groups, they are really good.
Yeah.
Because like I said before, only like special needs parents can understand special needs parents' feelings, emotions, and what they're going through.
You still go to these groups?
Yeah, I still go to them groups in school. So they're really helpful. So just spread love for them special needs kids and adults,
their parents and
parents. Yeah.
So I want to thank you so much for coming and
thank you.
Giving us a little insight on Jibreel. And wish you all the best, and we're always here for you.
Thank you for having me here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.